Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula 1 2019 F2 Career Mode. We are in the halfway point of the season as we are off to the Red Bull Ring in the Austrian Grand Prix, which of course is where Formula 1 will be starting their actual season in just a few weeks' time in July. So we head into this race with a 35-point lead over our teammate Jack Aitken, which is great for us, especially being at the halfway point of the season where we're kind of heading into tracks where I don't quite know what to expect because I have so much experience in Formula 1 cars at some of these upcoming tracks, but not so much in the Formula 2 car. However, the Austrian Grand Prix circuit is great for us because this is, if you've played F1 2019, you know this is actually where you start your career mode, with the choice of, do you let your teammate by or do you try to defend the position for the win? When I played F1 2019 career mode for the first time, I let them through because, for the team, and also my pace was so bad it wasn't worth it, even though it's a computer player. But it's usually the way I like to play things is more of a team player, and I think that'll help us when we get to F1 2020 next year for the My Team series. But anyway, this is us on our fastest qualifying lap. So this session started out in a downpour, and by the end, of course, it was dry, as you can see, so it was just a matter of kind of being the last car on track to go the fastest. Literally seconds, if not seconds, faster a lap. You can see on this lap we're 0.6 above, and it's just because of the amount of grip that the track is picking up at this point. Only 10 seconds to go. This is going to be our final lap. Now, I had been out for quite a few laps at this point. And the reason I didn't come in again is because you see just how much we're gaining, even though these tires are pretty worn. But the other thing you gotta look there is that fuel gauge is blinking. Hopefully we can get to the end of our qualifying lap here. So we're purple through the first two sectors, over a second over our previous fastest lap time. Here we go through turn 10, through the final corner, and coming to the line, and we open the DRS and we run out of fuel right at the end. While we did go faster, because we lost those precious tenths, we ended up falling back to 4th.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. Jordan King lines up on pole position, and Jack Aitken completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Tete Camara, Boccolacci, Mahavir Raghunathan, and Galeo, Latifi, Boschon, Correa, Nick de Vries, Joe, Hubert, Tatiana Calderon, and Giotto, Schumacher, Mazepin, Delatraz, and Nobuharu Matsushita. Alesi and Callum Ilott starts from the back of the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So not quite sure what happened with the grid there, as most of those photos were missing. But anyway, 5 lights for the feature race. And away we go. It's a relatively decent start for us, which means it's still going to be crap. As you can see, we're getting past already. A little bit of contact there heading into turn 1. More contact through turn 1 for the first time. We do get a warning for contact already as we head down the straightaway, which is technically turn 2 up here. But only losing 1 spot on the start, which I think is a new record for us. But as we head into turn 3 for the first time of this race, we're going to take a peek to the outside, but not going to be able to get anything done. You see Aitken up front. He is trying to scoot up to the lead here, so he's managed to take the lead. Although he is side by side, but he does have it heading into turn 4. We're going to take a look onto the outside into turn 4. Now, throughout the weekend, I found that was kind of the better line for me to take it on the outside. However, we're just not able to make it stick on the exit of the corner, as we're going to stay in P5 for the time being as we head through the end of Sector 2 and Sector 3. Now, these corners, not really a passing zone, but we're going to take a quick peek, and we're going to get 4th position. While it may not be a complete passing zone, if you have a good enough run, you can try to make a move entering turn 7, and we are going to get back to where we started in P4 by the end of lap 1. So Sete Camara in front of us, then Jordan King, and then our teammate Aitken leads the feature race so far. 1 out of 10 laps complete. We get a huge run out of the final corner. We get right alongside Sete Camara, already heading down towards turn 1 for the second time of this race. We're going to take a look to the inside. We make contact with King, which sends us wide, which sends Sete Camara wide. We rejoin the track. Sete Camara comes back onto the track, and it looks like he may have made contact. We're going to take a look at the replay here. And you're going to be able to see here, yes, Sete Camara does come off the track and then back onto the track in a very poor way, causing wing damage to the car here, and not to Sete Camara. So he actually kind of escapes with that, which I thought was kind of cool. But going on a lap later now, on to lap 3, we are third now. You can see we've driven away from the rest of the field. Sete Camara's kind of held everyone up because of all that contact. So it is Jack Aiken, then Jordan King, and then we are P3. As we head through turn 3, we get a good run through there that's going to bring us there. And both King and I are going to have DRS down the straightaway. Now, King doesn't look like he's going to be able to get up there. We're going to close the gap on King, though. We're going to take a look to the outside, but not really going to be able to do anything with it. So we're just going to stay in line for the time being. At the end of lap 3, we get a great run out of turn 10 and down the straightaway. Both of us have DRS open because of the equal cars. Our run kind of stalls out right here, but we do have the inside line, so we're going to take a peek into turn 1. So close there. King actually backs out of it because he would have run wide on the exit of the corner, so we're up to P2 now. So it is a Campos Racing 1-2, which you love to see for our team standings, and we're already running away with this in the team standings, so this would just make it even better. But now we're going to try to get ahead of our teammate, Jack Aiken, to see if we can get another victory in this season. You can see we're already driving away from King, so maybe if we run this smartly, we can kind of open up a gap to make it easier for us to maybe battle it out in the last lap. So for the time being, we're just going to sit behind, not push too hard for Aiken. You know, hopefully he can keep the pace up and we're able to scoot away a little, but we're not going to push the issue or anything on this lap, as it's 1-2 for us, which is great. And you look at who's second in the Constructors Championships, it's the Dams and Univirtuosi cars battling it out. And the Dams cars, if you look at the mini-map, they're actually pretty close up. The Univirtuosi cars, which are the yellow dots, they're only just now coming through 7 and 8. It looks like they're both near the end of the points or even out. So it really is helping us if we're able to finish, of course, ahead of both of our rivals. But if Univirtuosi and Dams have to keep battling out like this, it's going to really make it easy for us to kind of just scoot away with the team's championship for this season. Of course, that being said, Sete Camara does set the fastest lap. He did have a nice bit of room there. We're going to use DRS here on the straightaway on Jack Aiken. We are going to look to the left-hand side. He tries to squeeze us a little heading into turn number 3. We're going to be side by side. We're just going to run wide in the corner to make sure he gets through the corner all right. But in the process, that somehow allows Jordan King to get back up to us. So we're just going to take a look to the left-hand side now. We haven't gotten that gap a little bit, so we actually went through turn 3 so smartly. We're going to take it to the outside of turn 4. However, Aiken brakes much later than us. He's actually going to be able to sit side by side with us. And on corner exit, makes slight contact with us, hitting us just in the tire. Don't know why he thought he could just run wide like that, but he does. But luckily, no harm now foul to us. But now, as we head to the exit of lap 5 onto lap 6, we take a look down the inside of Aiken. We are going to make the pass easily. We're able to clear him before we even get to turn 1. However, we did not get through there very well. And because of that, Aiken actually had to slow it up, which allows Jordan King to get by. So all of a sudden, the Campos Racing 1-2 is out the window, as here comes Jordan King with the DRS. He's going to look to our inside heading into turn 3. I thought I had braked late enough, but he actually brakes even later than us. Now we're side by side with King, and he has DRS down the straightaway because of where the line is heading into turn 3. However, we got such a good run out of 3, we're actually able to hold on to it. We're going to be side by side into turn 4. King has the much better run in, but we get a better run off, and once again contact on the exit of the corner, as these AI cars just don't respect you at all at the exit of turn 4, it seems. But as we head into turn 6 and 7, so King now into the lead of the feature race here, with us back into second, Aiken in third. Now, King has not, because of his inconsistency this season, is not really a threat in the Drivers' Championship, and his team's not a threat to us in the Constructors' Championship. But of course, you know, you want to win these races. So we're going to continue to push King here. So we're going to get a really good run out of turn 10. And use the DRS. We're going to take a look to the left because he decides to take the defensive line heading towards turn 1. Trying to think that maybe we'll squeeze ourselves to the outside and not do it. However, we get such a good run through there that actually slows King up, because he was expecting us to slow down, but instead he had to. And that's actually going to give us a relatively nice run ahead of King and Aiken, who are now going to be side by side heading to turn 3. Through turn 3, you can see it's sideways on the exit there. King and Aiken and Galale battling it out for second through third. King sort of scooting away from them for the time being. But as we go on to the final lap here, you can see things hadn't really changed. Galale did manage to hold on to third. Now, while we were setting personal best laps, we were just not able to match that time of Sete Camara for some reason. He was really fast on that lap, and it looks like he's going to easily take the fastest lap for this race. You can see the three of us or four of us really kind of scooted away. Actually, it was three, but Aiken's pace just seemed to drop off a cliff, and you can see he's actually back with Sete Camara now, so it's just three of us up here. So not necessarily great for us anymore. I guess Aiken used up all of his stuff trying to hold on to the lead at the start. As we head through turn 4, we actually misjudged the corner just a little bit, and we get sideways on the exit, which is going to allow King to get somewhat closer to us. Luckily, we still have a good gap. Caution flag is behind us. Someone's slowing down. Can't quite tell who it is. And it is Zhao slowing down. So that is one of the Uni Virtuosi cars, which is going to be dreadful for them in the Constructors' Championship as they continue to battle with Dams for second. So one of their drivers not even finishing the race. But here we go into turn 9. And then to just flick it into 10 for the final time from 4th on the grid, we are going to come home and claim yet another victory in our Formula 2 season as we win the feature race at the Red Bull Ring.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations.
Present the top drivers with their trophies for today's race, and there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Campos on the top step.
So a quick look at the standings there. You see Aiken fell all the way back to 5th, so not great for them. And Uni Virtuosi actually doesn't even get a car in the points. So absolute disaster for them as Dams is going to easily take that position. But you can see Sete Camara actually takes second place from Aiken in the driver's standings, but we managed to scoot away even more. It's now 47 points over the Dams driver, and yep, in the Constructors' Championship, you see it there, Uni Virtuosi down to 3rd. So with the reverse grid, we start P8 because of our win in the feature race. Only 7 laps for the sprint race, 5 lights. And away we go. Not a good start once again for us, and it looks like it's going to be Carrera taking the spot, but we're going to dive it deep into the corner. Here comes Hubert way late into the corner, making it 3 wide. Contact there with Hubert. We get a warning for it for some reason, even though he was the madman who decided to make it 3 wide into turn 1. And for the first time ever, I think we've actually gained a spot after turn 1, as we are now P6, so we actually managed to gain 2 spots as we head through turn 3 for the first time. Caution already behind us, but it doesn't look like anything actually happened. Maybe just a slow up to cause that. We are back to green flag now as we look to the outside of Sete Camara. Heading into turn 4, we're going to take that outside line once again. I don't think we've made a single pass on the inside yet. A little bit of contact there with Sete Camara, which is going to put us on the inside though for turn 6. And we're going to easily take P5. So within the span of a lap, we started P8. We're already up to 5th. Aiken now in front of us after his disappointing feature race, but moving just a little bit ahead now to lap 2 onto the backstretch heading turn 4. We're going to try to make our similar move like we have been to the outside here of Aiken. Managed to brake much later than him, and he just doesn't get through the corner well at all. Not even going to have that contact on exit as we easily take over P4 of the sprint race here. We are charging through the field so far. In fact, as we're going to skip ahead here just a little bit towards the end of the lap, heading on to lap 3, you see we get a great run through turn 10, which is going to make a side-by-side with Latifi down the straightaway for P3. And because we're going to have that inside line, we're going to be side-by-side heading into 1, but not for long as we easily take 3rd. And now we look at Borsham for P2. You can see the leader has kind of scooted away. It's one of those types of Formula 2 races. But we just fly past down into P2 down the straightaway. Not even close. So now, on lap 3 of 7, we have all this time to just go and catch P2 of Nick DeVries. So a incredible pace from us in this sprint race that has just allowed us to go from P8 to P2 in the span of 2.5 laps. So we're actually going to skip ahead all the way to a lap and a half to go, because in that time we managed to catch up to Nick DeVries. You can see we go purple on Sector 1. We do have the fastest lap of this race, a little squirrely on the exit of Turn 3, but it's just going to be me and DeVries. Aiken has gotten up to 3rd, which is going to be good for us. Another caution behind us in Turn 3, which is similar to what happened in the first race, so maybe another car retiring. But we get the green flag, so we're good to go as we chase down Nick DeVries, the actual champion, as it is Cal Maradon out of the race. And I believe that's one of the BWT cars. But we are now P2 behind Nick DeVries, the actual Formula 2 championship from the champion from that year, and of course a Formula E driver now. As we stalk him into Turn 9, we get a really good run out of 9, which gets us a good run into 10. And with that, we're going to have the DRS down the straight plus a run. Now what I do here is I look to the right, but I decide to actually back out of it because we're going to have DRS down the straight again. And if he's going to get DRS once we get past him, I want it to be on that next straightaway. I don't want him to have DRS on this straightaway. And we're going to have it. We're going to easily take first on the last lap of the sprint race. Now, here we go, but we actually still have the yellow out, so he actually can't pass us right away, which is going to be great for us. So great timing and execution for us on that plan, allowing us to kind of scoot away here. Caution flag, so he can't overtake us, but look at that gap. Don't even have to worry about it, and now we just have to cruise it home to another victory, and this would be our first sweep of the season in our weekend. But yeah, on that straightaway, I figured I didn't want him to have DRS heading towards Turn 3 because of how long the straightaway that was, so I decided just to back out of it. We actually got such a good run through Turn 1, it really wouldn't have mattered if we had DRS. We just got through there so unbelievably well. But as we head through Turn 6, now through Turn 7 and into 8, we started P8 in this race, easily stormed our way up through the field, and after qualifying 4th, winning the feature race for the first time in our Formula 2 career, we are going to go back-to-back on a race weekend at one of my favorite tracks in the Red Bull Ring. We take P1 2 races in a row.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
So 2 race victories plus a fastest lap is going to look great in the standings for us. You can see DeVries comes home 2nd, Aiken, good run in 3rd, both Dams cars behind us, and once again, no points for Uni Virtuosi. So they are just starting to kiss P2 goodbye in the Constructors' Championship. A look at the standings, Aiken back into 2nd, but we get another 10-point cushion now, 57 points. We gained 20 points on Aiken in this weekend with just a fantastic run from us. And Sete Camara now down to 3rd. DeVries moves up to 4th as the Virtuosi cars, both of them drop. With looking over at the team standings now, you can see the gap. It is just huge to Dams, and then the gap has grown to Virtuosi as well. But anyway, that'll do it for the Red Bull Ring. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.